Ryan Katz goes out in the first quarter, and coaches tell you to start warming up because you're going to the game. Tell us what was going on through your mind.
At first, my heart went out to Ryan. I felt pretty bad for him. That's a tough way to go out for him, and I hope he recovers well. And then, after that, initial feeling, I just said, I got to go win this game, and I can't do it all by myself, so I'm going to need the guys around me. I talked to them, said, this is a big game. We're going to pull it out. And I just got ready to go, and I was excited to get out there.
Rocky was saying that, last week you were kind of thrown into the fire. It's a little bit different from the situation this week where you're actually going to be able to prepare to be the starting quarterback. How does your preparation change or stay the same? Mentally, is that a different spot for you to be in?
It doesn't change at all. I've prepared all year the same way, and I'm going to continue to do so. It all starts in the film room where you can get to know your opponent. And it's not much different for me at all. I'm the same guy and try to be the same guy constantly, and I'll prepare the same way I have been.
And Alec, Coach Long said that Adam Dingwell and Ryan Katz are pretty much the same type of quarterback, so they don't really have to change too much. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, I've the utmost faith in both of them, and Adam, and a lot of similarities I can see from both of them, and yeah.
Alec, you've been around a while. How high does that win last week rank against all the games that you guys have played and won in your career?
It's up there. Winning is always good, and that one was sweet. First overtime game since I've been here, so it was good.
Does that do anything for this team's morale? What are some of the intangibles it brings after a win like that?
Means that we only have one loss in conference, and the conference championship is still a possibility. So we need to prepare hard this week, and UNLV is going to be a good game. So
how do you guys avoid sort of a letdown? Last week you guys were so up for this game that you won in such a dramatic fashion. How do you avoid sort of that lull that comes the following week?
You can't. You just got to prepare hard. Do the same thing we've been doing for the last 3 weeks and all season, and get after it in the film room, and out of practice we need to practice hard. So can't let down at all.
Chance, take us through the game time field goal process. They call timeouts, that sort of thing. What's going through your mind at that point?
Just a little bit of everything except for the kick itself. In that situation, it's crazy what thoughts pop in your head, and how you take yourself out of the situation, and then once the whistle blows and you're getting back into your steps, then everything just goes blank and you just have to perform. So.
Give us an idea of what you're putting in your head so you don't think about the kick.
Just a little bit of everything, just the culmination of what got me to here, just the journey I've been and how I'm so thankful. So.
Did you think at the beginning of the season that sometime during the year you would end up winning conference special teams player of the week honors?
I wouldn't say conference special teams player. Definitely just having a chance to help my team was the most important thing, and giving them the opportunity to win is my job as a kicker, and to come through like that on the stage it's an amazing feeling.
Chance, they iced you twice. You missed the first one. Does that make it more or less pressure that after the second time they iced you, you're like, I need to make it?
Well, the first time out, they called it pretty early, so I heard it, and I wanted to actually kick it. Dingwell grabbed it away from me, and then the second one they called the timeout, and I heard the whistle, and I made sure he got down. I didn't want to miss the practice kick, so to speak. So it took a little extra second, and the timing was a little off, and just getting good contact on the ball, just getting that release, and then just the third one, just putting it through. So
the second one, you actually heard the whistle, you knew that was a practice shot.
Yeah, I knew it was a practice shot well before.
And speaking of pressure, have you ever been in that type of pressure-filled situation when you were a soccer player on the soccer field?
Penalty kicks, but nothing compares to that. Nothing where all the people are just looking at you. A PK, it's a 5-shot shootout, so you can miss, and your teams can still win. That it was all on me. I had to do it, but I'm grateful that a great hold, great snap, and then the line blocked. So it was a team effort.
And after starting out the season 0-3 on field goals and hitting, I believe, 7 in a row now, what's been the biggest change since your start to the season?
Just getting used to the routine, I think. Just going out there every day, doing the same things, and knowing how to manage the game properly, knowing that I should take a couple kicks into the net and not overkick throughout the game, stay mentally in it. So it's just a learning process, and it's going well now.
What kind of response have you had on campus from other students, and not just necessarily by you, but about the team in general?
There's definitely more of a buzz. In one of my class earlier this morning, one of them was there was a couple of people talking about the game, overhearing it. It just brings a smile to the face. So it's a great feeling.
Do they recognize you?
No, not really.
No more dates than usual?
No, not at all.
What about you, Adam? What have you heard, or any increased buzz about this team?
Yeah, like Chance says, there's a huge buzz around campus, and that's cool to hear when you're walking and you overhear people talking. It's really exciting, and it just makes you want to get back out there and go do it again. And kind of like Alec said, we got to refocus. That one's behind us. It's all about UNLV this week.
For all of you, did you guys learn anything about yourselves as a team in the last game that you didn't know before, or maybe weren't sure of before?
I don't believe so. I mean, we never had a doubt in our mind. Not many people gave us a shot to go into Nevada and win, but we believed, and that's one thing we preach around here. Never give up, play till there's zeros on the clock, and we did that, and we showed that we can overcome certain circumstances.
Adam struggled a little bit at the beginning. Talk about what got the ball rolling for you.
Everybody around me. I knew I couldn't do it by myself, and maybe at the start I was putting a little too much pressure on myself. But once I got into the flow of the game, everybody around me just picked me up. They believed in me, and that was huge. The O-line did a great job for me all night. Not much pressure at all. And then the receivers were making plays, running backs were running hard and downhill, and that just opened everything up for me.
And talk about that 2-point conversion. Rocky Ron allowing you to win the game, putting the ball in your hand.
Yeah, that was sweet. We all wanted to win the game, and then when we called that timeout, we knew we were going for 2, and we were all excited. And it was just my job to get the ball into our playmakers' hands. And like I said, the O-line did a great job. I had more time on that play than I have ever since we've been repping it. And they did a great job. Adam Roberts made a great catch, and it was nothing about me on that one.
Have you guys been practicing 2-point conversions more this year than years past, or is it the same? I mean, I know there was a lot of hype about the chart at the beginning of the year.
No, you always practice 2-point conversions. It's not like this year we practice it more than any other year. It's been the same. As an offense, you need to prepare for 2-point conversions, and we've been doing that this year as well.
Guys, your team is doing very well. The men's basketball team is props, getting some good props. The women's soccer team is ranked in the top 10. What kind of atmosphere among the athletes, not just football team, but among the athletes here on campus? Can you talk to that, the success that's been going on right now?
I think it's exciting. I mean, everybody's excited. Everybody's, kind of getting into the sports around here, and that's exciting to see, and it's cool. Like we said, there's a nice little buzz on campus, but, as far as we go, I can't speak for these two, but myself, you got to put it behind you and just get ready to win this next one.
How's Ryan doing, you guys? I mean, have you seen him talk to him since Saturday? How's he holding up?
It's tough. It's always bad when you go down to injury. It's a rough one, especially being a senior. It's you never want to see it happen like that. And, I think he's doing all right.
Is he still around the building?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know if he's gonna still come to meetings and stuff like that, quarterback room or anything like that?
I'm sure he will. He loves football. He loves the game, and he's a great teammate. So I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be around. And we'd love to have him. He's a great leader, and that's something you can't take away from him. And we're proud of him. He got us to this spot so far. So, my heart goes out to him, but I'm sure he'll be around.
Has he said anything to you about what you have to do stepping into his role?
A little bit. We spoke briefly at halftime. He was in the locker room, and I told him, I was like, "We're gonna win this one for you, man. You got us here, like I said." And I feel terrible for him. That's a tough way to go out, like Alex said. But he kind of gave me some words of wisdom, pumped me up a little bit, and said, "Go win the game," and that's all I needed.
Alec, what's the difference between a Ryan Katz huddle and an Adam Dingwell huddle?
Same thing. Yeah, Ding. Was excited at times. You could feel that. It's no difference. It's same play calls, same everything. So.
Adam, was there anything you learned from watching Ryan Katz in the field?
Yeah, leadership. That was the main thing. He led those guys up and down the field when he was out there, and And that's one thing you can learn, and not just from him, but previously when I was here, Ryan Lindley did the same thing. So I've learned from two great guys that were ahead of me, and I think that carried over in the game, yeah.
And Adam, you've gotten some game time action in earlier games this season. Do you feel like that helped you when you were kind of thrown into the quarterback role?
Yeah, I do. Getting on the field is an unbelievable experience, and being able to do that early in the year was nice. Kind of got the jitters out of the way, I guess you could say, about my first college play, or however you want to put it. But yeah, it was exciting, and I think it helped me.
Any other questions?
What does Gavin Escobar bring to this team in terms of just his ability? And because you have so many receivers, but it seems like he's caught a lot of key touchdowns for you guys.
Yeah, Gavin's a great player, and he makes matchup issues for defenses all the time. And if they want to play him tight and kind of take him out of the game, we have guys on the edge that can go make plays. So offensively, we got a bunch of key guys that can make plays that I just need to get the ball to and let them, do what they do with it.
Chance, you think the coach is testing your ability to handle stress, by throwing you out here in front of the media? He was fairly protective earlier in the year, and I think that says a lot towards the confidence that he has in you. What do you feel about the situation?
About speaking to you guys today?
Yeah.
Same old, nothing too different. Not that big of a deal.
We're not that big of a deal.
Neither are we.
Anything else for student athletes? Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ed.